David, you are live. Have a wonderful show.
Thank you so much, Debbie, and welcome everyone new and old. We're back here on a Wednesday in Australia, Tuesday in a lot of other time zones in the States, for instance. It's actually 9 a.m. here in Australia, and it's been raining this morning. I was talking to Debbie before the show about the rain and how beautiful it is in the tropics, so maybe I'll share some thoughts about that. Please write your comments in the comment section, and we'll do some readings. We usually start with a little bit of a Dharma talk, or just talking about certain topics, seeing if people have questions, if there's something they want to hear in terms of their spiritual development, spiritual ascension. Some people don't like that word, and it's interesting because there's so many thoughts and people who try to sell ideas and sell concepts, and these kind of then people who go the opposite extreme, who are against everything and call everything a conspiracy. And there really is a middle ground to be found between seeking truth and also following common sense, and not getting too extreme, and also not getting too obsessed or too taken up by whatever idea is fashionable and trending. So I always try and have a bit of a measured perspective and at least see a bit of both sides. And also I believe that's really important as society evolves and develops, that we have a certain common sense, middle ground, a certain stable position, and understand the complexity of this world, understanding that life is not fair, that this idea of fairness is not really how it works. You just kind of look into nature and see what goes on in nature, and you're like, sometimes that crocodile just is hungry and it's just going to eat that fish or whatever. And it's not about being that the fish did something wrong. It's just kind of the course of life itself, the course of nature. So the same with human beings, this idea of equity and fairness and all this, it's not really, unfortunately, a viable concept, because sharing is a viable concept. However, this idea of everyone has to win the 100-meter sprint, everyone's the fastest sprinter, we just look at everything like anything athletic, anything sporting, and people have different abilities, different strengths, people have different heights. If you're playing basketball and you are 4 foot tall, that's a big disadvantage versus someone who's 7 foot tall. So how is that fair? And how do you make it fair? I mean, it's not really, you share. That's the only way we can do it, if we share with each other and care for each other, and acknowledge that someone who's 4 foot tall, their gift could be that they're an artist. They're here to share their art, share their music. There's nothing wrong with whatever height you are. That's perfectly fine. But the moment we sort of evaluate people in terms of fairness and what one person has, comparisons, comparing one person to another person, we kind of fall short, because you may be, a very healthy person, very happy person. Another person may be very rich and very unhappy. We all have challenges, we all have problems that we're working with, and this kind of fantasy of you having what you want, it's not always viable. There's a certain natural force, a certain natural order, and sometimes it's very cruel. Sometimes people are born with terrible afflictions, and that's horrible. That's terrible. Why does that happen? That's a different topic. That's a different conversation. But this idea of fairness, it just, life is not fair. Let's just get over that idea. The Buddha's key understanding, one of the key ideas that he expressed, was the dukkha, that life is suffering, that there's dukkha. And every day we have dukkha. We have to clean the shower. We have to clean our body. We have to do turn things on, turn things off, do the laundry, take the laundry out. There's all this mundane stuff that's required for us to function as human beings in the world. And as adults, we are here to do these tasks and do it with responsibility and efficiently, and not to complain that this is a burden, because sometimes it is, sure. To understand that this is the nature of life, this is the nature of the world. So I am probably preaching to the converted here, so feel free to write your comments. Welcome, Stu. And just another mention, I had a friend who passed away, and her name was Neetu. She was a very dear friend of mine in India, Neetu Bali. And Neetu did a lot of spiritual work, a lot of psychic work. And unfortunately, she had a lot of losses in her life, which were devastating, a lot of family losses. And it seemed like COVID from 2020, it was just devastating for her. And she has passed away in the past week. She's left this physical world. So just a love and care and kind word for Neetu is in our thoughts. And I want to dedicate this show to Neetu and the memory of Neetu and all that she did in the world, all the goodness she brought in the world. And it's just a reminder that life is it really is fragile, and we're not here permanently in this 3D world. We are permanent, eternal souls. So we are here permanently as souls, but our bodies are here temporarily. We are here in temporary bodies. So we're cosmic beings having a human experience. So please share your comments. I'm just having a quick read to see if I missed anyone. Welcome, Shawana. That's great to see you back. And we love to see familiar faces as well as new faces. And Carlos, thank you again for sharing it. It's much appreciated. So we're going to start with a meditation. I probably need to drink some tea. I had a bit of a hike this morning in nature, so I'm a little bit thirsty. And please do feel free to come onto my YouTube channel and share that, and write in the comments section if there are ideas you would like me to talk about. I can even go live on YouTube. I haven't recently, but that's something for me to do, to go live. That is really, really fun to be live on YouTube. And I like to talk usually about expanding consciousness and how we can think about things, sometimes a little bit of a balanced perspective. So I like to bring a bit of balance into this world that we live in, this chaotic world sometimes that we live in. So that's my perspective. Sometimes I'm channeling messages from the other side, from the spiritual world. Not necessarily in a woo-woo way, just in an encouraging way to inspire and motivate people to make peace with what they have, make peace with their lives, and build something for the future. And Deki, welcome. That's great to see you. I see your smile. And I rise, and I love that message. I rise. I feel like put that on. I want to put that on my forehead. I rise. I want to elevate myself and improve myself. So we'll start with you. I rise. If you could share your name, that would be great. We have a meditation first, so it will still be about 10 minutes, and then we'll get back to you. So if you do want a reading, just write in the comments section. And meditation time is just usually for about 10 minutes, and experiencing a spiritual side. Deki, oh, thanks, Deki. And thank you, I rise. Deki, I kind of got your name from your, what do you call it, the name there, but I was referring to Irise, and her name is Bianca, which I love the name Bianca. Such a beautiful name. I think it's a Latin name, but it's got a lovely sound off the lips, and I just love all those beautiful letters, the A and the C, and oh. So welcome, Bianca. Great to see you. And Shawana, welcome. And Deki, welcome. So we do start with a meditation, and I encourage everyone to find a comfortable place where you can just be on your own for 10 minutes to experience something perhaps beyond the mundane. And then afterwards, we will come back to Bianca and we'll do some reading. So feel free to comment in the comments section, and then I'll come back to you. So starting our meditation now with gently closing your eyes, taking a mindful breath in and out. And as we breathe out, releasing tension from, excuse me, releasing tension from the body and mind. As we breathe in, breathing in the highest spiritual potential and possibility for ourselves in our lives, the most expansional timeline for today and for the rest of our lives. May we live the most blessed life. May we reach our potential in all ways, breathing in deeply into the belly. And as you breathe out, connecting your feet to the ground, to the earth, holding your toes to the surface of the ground or your shoes, connecting to the earth that keeps us alive, that protects us, that allows us to live our lives. And as we breathe in, for a few moments, becoming aware of the silence between breaths, perhaps the silence of your breathing, the silence beyond this space you're in, this room, or wherever you are, becoming aware of the silence. And as I will start to soften my voice, and for a couple of moments I will be quiet so that you can feel the energy of silence. Sitting in a comfortable space with your back upright, perhaps connected to a chair, your body relaxed, your arms relaxed, connecting to the stillness beyond touch, beyond form, the space beyond your personal space. And as you imagine this energy reaching out into the silence, instead of feeling unsafe, I invite you to imagine a feeling of unconditional love, expanding beyond the borders of your body, beyond the borders of yourself, into the energy of abundant love, safety, There's no reason to put any label on this energy. Whether you feel it as a silence, a stillness, a love, an energy of abundance, enjoying feeling into this abundance, this unconditional love, this energy that loves and accepts you for who you are, for all parts of you are held in love and safety. This abundant universe is part of the entire universe. Connecting to this energy connects us to the entire universe. You are part of the entire universe. This universe is filled with energy, with abundance, with power, with love, with everything you can imagine. And now it's at our fingertips. It's within us and spreads throughout the world. Expansiveness. When you can feel this energy expand within your being, and you can touch this energy with your consciousness, all stress seems to dissolve as you can feel the abundant peace that is the nature of the universe, the abundant peace that is your true nature. Taking a moment to love what is. All parts of your life, all parts of you are held in unconditional love. Bringing this grace into our consciousness, into ourselves, into our lives, is an invitation to live peacefully, to live in peace with the people and places around us, yet also at peace with ourselves. Breathe in this energy and remember how it is to feel the energy of the universe. And as you start to become aware of your body, of the temperature in the room, the air on your skin, You may wish to stretch out your body, expand outwardly into the space around you. You may wish to move your feet, connecting back into your body. And whenever you're ready, you may start to come back into waking consciousness, wakeful awareness. If you've fallen asleep, that's fine. Send you love and blessings. For the rest of you, gently opening your eyes. And welcome back, everyone. I hope that was helpful for you today. We start our I will start our readings with Bianca and Deki. That would be great. And then Assel. So Bianca, Deki, and then Assel. It's great to have everyone. And I was talking a little bit about unconditional love and the divine, and depending on your viewpoint, because some people don't believe in infinite potential, they don't believe in the divine. And welcome back, Marilyn. It's great to have you. It's wonderful to see you, and very happy to have you. Some people don't believe in love, and that's often because of suffering, because they've suffered so much in their lives, and when you suffer a lot of losses, it's very hard to keep mindful of the unconditional love that's behind it all. So I do understand, and I think judgment is easy. We all have some kind of judgments, and it's really challenging to remove all bias, to remove all prejudice. And for me, I really encourage everyone to open their hearts and just speak to your prejudices and send them love, and become more aware of when we allow our subjectivity to rule us, when we allow unfairness to be perpetuated. And sometimes it could be that you notice a lot of people employ their friends, and there's no fairness in their decision making. They just give a job to their friend, help their friend, and it's great to help our friends. So I don't think not helping our friends is a good idea. However, there's something about fairness, that the importance of fairness in this world, that it's really fair. It's really important that we love our friends, but also respect our strangers, respect people who are strangers or outside of our friendship circle. And I think that's what, thinking back in school and growing up, that was what I found, that people could be really cruel if you weren't in their friendship group, in their little circle. Because at school where I went, there was a lot of these sort of these little groups, these that were very they were hostile to someone foreign who wasn't part of their little in group, and I think a lot of people experience school in a similar way. I'm not sure if you did. Maybe you were in this group where people there was a lot of rudeness, as Marilyn said, a lot of rudeness, where people didn't really respect others. And just understand, by all means, have your closest friend. That's great. It also acknowledge people outside of that. Acknowledge that people, especially I find if you're in a room with two people who are best friends and you're alone, then you don't really feel comfortable in that energy if you're excluded. So I've often noticed people excluding others, and I'm sure I've done it myself at some point in my life, and someone else also felt excluded. So just be aware of including people, and it doesn't mean that you invite everyone for dinner. It just means that you respect other people and just acknowledge them, and if someone's in a room with you, be aware that they are aware of you. And if you are talking to a friend, for instance, that they could easily feel quite excluded. So just be mindful of other people, of including them, acknowledging them so that they can also feel valued and part of it. So, yeah, sorry, Bianca, I'm keeping you waiting with drinking all this tea. Usually I like to have a little talk, and maybe it's part of this show, a little talk about different topics. And thank you, Marilyn, for sharing that about respecting other people and acknowledging them. And as I said, it doesn't mean you invite everyone for dinner. Just you still have your free will choice and your preferences. Everyone's got preferences. Some people prefer chocolate, some people prefer strawberry or vanilla or whatever ice cream it is, or chocolate, or we have our preferences. So that's just how it is. Nature always reminds me of connecting to high vibration and aliveness, and that nature is alive. It doesn't have it's alive. It doesn't have judgments. There's not a sense of judgment. There is a sense of consequences, though, and there is a sense of there is definitely suffering in nature. And we do tend to humanize nature. Thank you so much, Janet, and blessing to you. We do tend to humanize nature, and I guess nature humanizes us as well. So welcome back, all these beautiful new faces like Janet. That's really wonderful to see you. And I'm just looking at the cards now. We're going to start our readings, and Bianca, we're gonna just check in with you. So I'm just finding the right cards. I've got 3 packs in front of me, so sometimes I pick different cards from different card decks. Okay, so we're gonna do Bianca. Yeah, Bianca, I feel like a real sort of, I would call it like work your life. Like there's a real like work it. There's a good vibe for you. I feel a good vibe of just like work it, and it's quite a fun kind of it's a fun energy, like a good high vibration energy opening up for you. Definitely important that you gain more community support. So I feel like there's a real creative energy around you, and just connect more with your community. That's really important, to tap into your community, not be separate or isolated or feel separate, because there's a sharing of ideas with you. There's a celebration, supportive energy. So it's really saying that community partnership is going to work best for you. And you're part of the networking. It's really important that you have that networking. There is a little blockage in the throat chakra. So you can call into Archangel Gabriel to clear your throat, which is also communication. So it's also linked to the community aspect. And I'm just seeing Khalid. I'm not sure what you are referring to. I think you're referring to what I was talking about, the divine energy. So we share the world with that divine energy. I think that's what you're saying, that whatever your religion or beliefs, it's the same energy. It's the same things we were talking about. So Bianca, sorry for that. Yeah, definitely bring up the vibration of your throat chakra. There's a little bit of you're sort of comfortable amongst close friends, very comfortable. But then when you're in a group situation, it feels like you're not speaking your truth. It feels like you're a little bit holding back from really being comfortable expressing yourself. And I invite you to imagine a really bright, powerful energy in this part of your body, in your throat, acknowledging your power and your readiness to do so, because I feel that you have great power within you. And this calling up Archangel Gabriel is going to help you connect to the truthful expression for yourself and with others, and express your feelings, emotions, thoughts, because your soul is longing to connect. It's longing to connect with others, to allow energy to flow and connect with others. There's an energy of envy circling around you as well, and I feel like it's a soul lesson that's arising within you of envying other people. But I also see other people envy you, so I see this going both ways. That you will be envied, and you will envy other people. And I'm just reading your comments about Shaquille. So we're all here to learn, and people of different ages and we all have a different life experience, and sharing that is part of what we're here to do. And when you say you're immature, what does that mean? It's just a label that doesn't really help, because you're a young person, and you're here to grow, and it's kind of like it's just, you're here to grow and gain from your life. And there are some challenges around you, Bianca, and there is this sense of envy. So I encourage a little balance, and instead of focusing on other people, instead of seeing something in another person that you like, that's the first step. The next step is not to envy it too much, but actually put your energy into achieving your own goals. So I'm really feeling like it's important for you to shift your orientation to accept yourself and accept other people. And if you want something, then go for it, because there's a lot of power and potential within you that's not being expressed. It's being held up, and at the moment there's a lot of relational stuff coming up, and shift the energy into gratitude. That's important, that you shift into gratitude. Now, regarding any sort of personal relationships, it's something we can talk about outside of a show kind of environment, if it's something of a personal nature. But in terms of relationships, when something is not working, often it's best to walk away with a romantic relationship. There may still be soul lessons for you. So always think, what lessons do I have to learn? Have I learned those lessons? And sometimes the moment we learn the lesson, then something shifts within us. So it feels quite addictive around you, an addictive energy. And I'm not sure how this is helping your life and grow. I feel like you're really distracted by the people. You're really distracted by this energy. And I really invite you to work on your own personal goals. And I'm sorry to hear about your brother. And so there's a lot going on for you. So be really kind to yourself, Bianca. And it's that's a lot going on for you. Well, a lot of grief and a lot of loss. And I feel like if you can simplify as much as possible, the next step will be to release a lot of emotion and really believe in your future, because there's a lot of obstacles in your path right now, and really keep remembering what's ahead of you is light, and things are going to get better for you. But lots of love to you, Bianca, and thank you so much for coming onto the show, and we do appreciate you. And thank you, Khalid, for your comment. That's really interesting how all of the religions are connected in what we talk about is the same source, and we're part of the human family. You know, just like any species has a commonality, we're part of a common species. So we're not, you know, we do have variations, of course, so we're part of the same fiber. All right, so the next person was it, what are we gonna do? Asil Deki. Oh, we're gonna do Deki. We're gonna do Deki and then Asil. Deki and then Asil. So Deki, you're gonna be next. We're gonna do Deki. Okay, so Deki. Your picture is really funny, Deki. That's cool. Janet, I can't see your picture, and I'm just happy to see your comments. And Janet as well. All right, so we're going to focus on Deki and just clearing the energy now. Clearing it. Okay. So there's a real leadership card that comes up for you, Deki. Just gonna take a card from the other deck. Yeah, it's really calling you to be a leader and see yourself as a leader, because your voice needs to be heard. And this card is also saying don't follow. You know, I think so many of us have been conditioned to following. It's so much part of what we do on the planet is follow. So this is really saying you're here to lead, not follow. So this is kind of cool. Okay. Just gonna pick that card. There's definitely an invitation for you to open up your communication, not to be scared to speak your truth. Because of this, it's saying you really need to let go and start to open up and speak out. That's really important, to speak out and pave a new path for yourself. Be the leader that you're born to be. So this is going to take some courage, Deki. It's going to take you getting out of your comfort zone. And I would say stop following your comfort zone. Actually think, all right, this is great. This is outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to take this on. So really frame your thinking in terms of, if it's outside of my comfort zone, great, I'm going to take this on. And that's going to propel you forward, because your unique combinations of skills and gifts and life experience is what makes you special, and what makes you you. So please don't follow what other people are doing. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing. That's clear from these cards. There's a little bit of deceit around you, which is interesting. It feels like someone's not to be trusted. They don't have your best interests at heart. So watch out for that as well. And there is some romantic potential coming through as well. So there's new love, or it could just be a change in your relationship, but more love coming in for you. So that's really positive. And so that's really wonderful, Decky. I wish you lots of love, and thank you for coming on the show. And we're happy to have you. We're gonna do Asul. We're gonna do Asul. So next we'll have Asul. And so just clearing the energy again. Asul, okay. Let's check the cards. Asul. All right, so interesting cards for you, Asul, and I'm seeing a broken heart. Firstly, so it feels like your heart is suffering. The card is looks like that, broken heart. Yeah, I'm sorry you can't see it so well. So a broken heart, and so there's definitely some kind of grieving. Asul, still getting over this relationship, and I feel like you've taken it sort of inwardly, and there's sort of a sense of emptiness and kind of a darkness where you're suffering from hurt, and really look into that hurt and where does it come from, in terms of what's the source beneath the surface. Like where does that come from? It's a good question for all of us to ask. If we feel hurt, where does that come from? Not something that happened, but beneath the surface, deeper, and what happened before that was the first time we felt that way. Does it remind us of something? So it's important that you get out and release this energy, because it's very stuck, and you need to release this energy. You need to reclaim your power and the peace of your mind, and allow healing to take place, because you deserve the love of the universe. So please don't remain stuck. Please let go and release the pain of the past. Release it. Needs to be very strong. So that's really important, that you release that energy. There is a doorway to value, so there is some opportunity coming your way that's more bright and more financially positive for you. So there's more prosperity coming to you. This is really positive for you, Asul. There is a call. There is a call here. It's also saying that shift your perspective. Shift your perspective. Start to invite in different ideas, different thoughts, different visions for your life and for the world, because it feels like you're a little bit stuck with narrow perspectives and seeing something in a certain way, where you could see it completely differently. So experiment and play with someone tells you one thing and going to the reverse, the complete opposite of that, the polar opposite, and play with actually thinking, well, what if I thought the opposite way? What would it be like to think X? What would it be like to like chocolate ice cream instead of strawberry ice cream? Because there is more intuition and guidance that's waiting for you. It's kind of like you're blocking it. There's a lot of spiritual energy that's waiting for you, and a spirit is calling for you to open your mind, to invite in more messages and more clarity. So clearing the way is about getting yourself out the way, getting yourself out of the way of that energy. Thank you so much, Assel, and that was great to have you. And I think we were going to do Mary Lynn. Next, and then yeah, Mary Lynn. All right, I think we did you last week, Marilyn. I don't usually do the same people every week. It's great to have you back, Marilyn. And if you could like and share this channel, and also we accept donations. There is at the bottom there is a donation link. So always, much appreciated just to share the gratitude and share the energy around. So clearing the energy now and just coming through from Marilyn. And there was a card that was jumping out at you. Let's just see. Okay. All right. So there's a sense of listening to the messages that you're receiving. So there's a real call for listening. So it's telling me that you haven't been listening to the messages. You haven't been listening to the messages that you've been receiving. You're kind of a bit blocked, and you're not acknowledging your intuition. You're not trusting your intuition. So remember, all paths lead home, and sometimes it's important to turn your gaze within and shift yourself around, shift your perspective around, because every path is leading us home, and we seeing and experiencing different parts of ourselves at every possible turn. So there's no wrong path. So it feels like you're really looking outside of yourself for answers and guidance. And what's revolutionary will be to turn your antenna inwardly, to turn your sight within you, and source your guidance from within. And so your soul is calling you to spend time with it, activate it, allow it to blossom, because there's a lot of switching off and tuning into realities outside of you and what other people are aware of, not what your inner self is aware of. But definitely your power center needs to open up. There's your solar plexus needs to open up. And welcome to Natasha. Your solar plexus, your inner power. So that's what it's saying. Start to listen to yourself, to your inner voice, and also build your power, because your power is it's like your force of nature, and that's going to start to vibrate yourself with power and energy, and you'll be able to direct your life in a purposeful manner. So it's a combination of factors, Marilyn. There's not one way, there's no one path, and people get their best results when they think holistically. So they think, because it's like you can eat the best diet in the world, but if you don't sleep, you're not going to feel so good. You can sleep for 9 hours undisturbed. If you don't eat, you're going to get hungry. If you don't exercise and move your body, you're not going to be aligned to the best possible energy. So meditation is a very helpful tool. However, it's not the only tool, and it's not the only solution. We need to always think holistically, always remember that we live in a human body, so the body needs to move, it needs to exercise, and for our energy to be the most vibrant, then if we're sick, if our body's stagnant, it's not going to be so. So your body needs to move, Marilyn, and if you feel disempowered, bring your power up. Go for a hike, go for a walk, go into nature. That's going to bring you back to yourself. Meditate in nature. Imagine your solar plexus. You can put your hands around your solar plexus. Imagine that your power source is like an inner sun, and imagine the sun is radiating out into the world, shining forth from within your being. This chakra is perfect. It's in a sublime, natural, healthy state, and you're radiating bright and vibrant life force energy and feeling enthusiasm for all that you are, all that you're being in the world, all that is coming to you. So I wish you lots of love, Marilyn, and keep practicing, and share with other communities, share with the community. You're not alone in this. We're all supporting you and cheering you onwards. So take care of yourself, Marilyn. Lots of love to you. And I was looking at Janet. Janet was asking for a reading. Yeah, so we'll just finish with you, Janet. You'll be our last reading, I think. And that's great to see you, Natasha. And yeah, I just love all the new faces and people sharing and caring and sharing the ideas with, and please, if you want me to talk about a topic, you just let me know. Meditation is like a tuning fork. It's just when we get energy it's almost like you have your phone, and your phone, you need to recharge your phone. So it's just for that phone to function, it needs to be recharged. So that's where meditation sits within this. It's not the only practice. It's not the only thing. There's other things you can do, qigong, yoga. There's all sorts of aspects to being a healthy human being. It's not only, there's no single element. Breath, we need to breathe. We really need to breathe. That's very important. And maybe if you're feeling a bit stuck, take some deep breaths. It's really going to help. So clearing the energy for Janet to come through, Janet. And I don't see your picture, Janet, and I'm just happy you came through. And Alexa, I don't think we can have time for you, but you can contact me privately. And really, spirit is around us, Alexa. So you're feeling. I'll come back to you, Janet. Sorry, I just want to answer that, Alexa, because you're feeling a lot of suffering and he is coming to you in nature. He is, you may hear birds or a butterfly, or I'm just seeing in the insect world contacting you, fluttering by and just coming onto your shoulder and saying, we're here, we're here. And so keep surrendering, keep letting go. He is gonna give you subtle messages. It whispers. So watch how that comes through, Alexa. And lots of love to you. And sorry for your loss. There's been a lot of losses the last couple of years. I was talking to Debbie before the show about a lot of people have passed away, and it's been a difficult time, the whole of humanity, I think, with a lot of suffering, more than usual. So sending you lots of love. And coming through for Janet, just clearing the energy. And sorry, Janet, for keeping you waiting like that. Just gonna okay, so clearing the energy. All right, Janet. Okay. All right, so there's a very positive card coming forth for you, Janet. It's very, very positive. This is on the other side. There's a lot more abundance and healing and happiness coming forward. Feels like you have to step into some kind of change. There needs to be a change in your environment for this to happen. So just see what opportunities are out there, and be willing to change. Really say to yourself, I'm willing to change. I'm going to allow myself to do something, to make a change in my life that's going to blossom and bring wonderful results, because it feels like you're going to be able to have new beginnings in your personal life, plant new seeds, and bring in new experiences for yourself. So this is really positive change happening for you, Janet. There is hard energy, and there is some hard energy saying that also important to imagine a beautiful pink energy embracing your heart, surrounding you. This will allow you to receive love from others as well as from yourself. So there's a little bit of brokenheartedness, and this brokenheartedness, this card is saying, be really kind in how you talk to yourself. Bring more compassion and love to your heart center. Allow your heart to soften and to light up from your heart, which is going to allow yourself to shine with radiant beauty. And the universe is going to bring events, it's going to send people in situations that give you more love and support to grow and grow. So meditate on your heart center. This is really positive cards for you, Janet. And there is a more spiritual opening happening as well through your crown chakra. I'm seeing more of a spiritual connection opening up for you. Greater intuition and higher awareness that's going to come through. So these are really good cards, and there is a kind of invitation here for you, Janet, to open up to the joy of sweetness of life. So there's I really invite you, and I'm seeing like this sweetness of life, this enjoyment of the small things in life, and the simplicity of life, and a softness of enjoyment, Janet. So that's that's the invitation for you. And lots of love to everyone. Thank you so much, Alexa. Lots of love to you. And I'm just going to pick a card quickly for you, Alexa, and see if anything is coming through. And what a beautiful person you are. Beautiful picture. Thanks for having a picture, because I just like to see people's faces, and it helps the energy to flow. Okay. All right, so I feel his energy behind me. So he is behind you. He is coming through for you. It's telling me that he wants you to celebrate his life, and to understand that his soul made a decision. He reached a decision point, and it wasn't about you. It was about his soul having completed its work. And he doesn't want you to be serious. He's saying, please don't be serious, because he wants you to have fun and celebrate. He's saying, celebrate my life. And we had that time together, and I chose my path, and appreciate me accept my soul choice, and understand that you were here with me for a moment in time, and that is something we shared eternally. The love we shared was eternal. So this energy is around you. There's a lot of potential out there, and he wants you to live your life fully and not to be stuck on him, because he wants you to play. He wants you to he really wants you to appreciate the small things, and allow this kind of energy, this kind of emotion, feels like quite a blockage, quite a heavy energy. Allow that to lift, and he says it's going to happen, and he's there to support you. Within the next three months, things are going to shift for you, and allow your heart to open up. There's a lot of good things coming for you, Alexa. A lot of positive things coming for you. But there is a little bit of still more grieving. And in 3 months, it feels like you have been able to acknowledge that he wants you to celebrate love. And he wants you to celebrate life and to really have a happy life. And he just says, don't be stuck, don't be held back, don't think that you're here to be mourning him. He doesn't want you to suffer. He's saying, no, he made his choice. That was his choice, and he had to do that the reason he came into the planet, he had done it. It was complete. So once his task was complete, his soul was like, all right, that's it. So you were on the path to experience love, and it wasn't supposed to be in the physical world long lasting. So things are going to open up for you in the future, and you're going to go on different adventures, and that's what he wants for you. That's what he wants for you. So I don't know, Sag Girl, thank you so much, and just lots of love to you. I'm just catching up with the comments, and thanks, Alexa. Yeah, lots and lots of love to you, and feel free to connect with me outside of the show. Sago, I don't know what your name is, I forget, but Janet, thank you. Happy tears flowing, especially for the pink that you mentioned. I'm so grateful. Lots of this resonates with me. And that's a wonderful message. So Janet knows need to. And so this is a really special, he came on. Janet, thank you so much. And just a special word about Nitu. Lots of love to Nitu, and may she rest in peace. And I do understand her soul choice, because it was, when I spoke to her last, there was just so much suffering that she experienced, and I think it just seemed like it was too much for anyone to bear, and so much she was doing alone. So sending lots of love to Nitu, lots of grace, clearing all the energy and allowing us to connect back to nature, connect back to the earth. And we're just running out of time, Marie. So come back, or send me a private message. We can connect to your son. Does feel, I don't know, I get the number 18. I don't know if that just feels he was quite young. And okay, that feels like a bit quite dense. Yeah, physically that feels quite challenging what he went through, but he's now in a good place, in a safe place. 29, so he is in a good place now, Marie. And I did see 18. I don't know what that means. But thank you, Marie. Yeah, it just felt very dense. His passing felt very challenging. The things are, he has made peace with what happened, and he has moved on from that. He's moving on. He learned a lot from that, and he's there to help you let go of the grief as well, and understand that that was his soul choice, and it was actually, as difficult as it was aligned with his decision, and this is your soul choice is also to go through this and to understand this challenge. So it's very challenging, though. To the circumstances were very challenging, and so I'm sending lots of love to you, Marie. And I'm going to be in Bali next week, so I won't be live on the show. I'll be on vacation, relaxing, and I would like to kind of meditate a lot more and enjoy the sounds of silence. I love that Simon Garfunkel song. So thank you to everyone. Lots of love to you all. Feel free to contact me and through the channel, through Facebook, through YouTube, and we'll see you back again soon next week. And just remember to go out into nature, take a deep breath, connect to beautiful, vibrant energy of nature. So thank you all. See you next week.